Welcome back to the watch list. I'm Nicole Petalides. We're taking a look at UnitedHealth. Had its earnings, beat the street. The quarterly numbers have certainly brought some optimism to the stock, which is up about 6% right now. Has had a jump year to date. It's up just 3.7%. So it's hardly a stellar stock, but having a nice move here. 1 month up of almost 10%, 3 months 22%. Sandra Cho, founder, president, Point Wealth Capital Management. Ed Butowsky, managing partner, Chapwood Investments. Ed, I'll start with you. It's helping certainly the Dow go to new highs. The Dow's at new highs. What do you think about something like UnitedHealth? Is this a name that you would consider to buy after you heard what they said during earnings season now?
Yeah, I mean, everything they said, Nicole, was absolutely exactly what you want to hear as an investor. You hear about good earnings in the pipeline. You have a nice dividend. It's far and away the largest healthcare provider by a factor of 10 times. So it is, as long as you believe in, healthcare, you're going to believe with United Healthcare is going to be there. So this is without question a stock that I would look at buying.
Yeah, so that's and reaffirming that guidance. So really a testament to them, with a nice moat, being the largest with that market share. Sandra, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised by, some of the things that came out, including their beating revenue and earnings per share. The expectation was that they were going to come in with 98.8 billion in revenue. They came out with 98.9. So that was a slight beat, but their earnings per share definitely beat. And the cyber attack that happened in February that really hit them hard, that's pretty much in the rearview mirror. So it looks like in general, the company should be faring better, and the industry as a whole, right? BlackRock has actually the healthcare sector picked as their #1 winner for 2024.
So in this group, Sandra, when you look at the group, do you have picks? Is UnitedHealth one of your picks because you were pleasantly surprised by the numbers? And if so, are there other names that jump out at you right now?
So in general, I don't give individual stock picks or recommendations unless, I do a thorough evaluation on the client. But I can say that the healthcare sector does look particularly good to me for several reasons. One of them being, we all know about the political potential turmoil that is going to continue to go on later on this year. Well, healthcare sector is kind of insulated from that, right? It's unbiased. We all need healthcare. So it doesn't have the positive or negative potential of a hit like some other sectors, like the finance sector. So in that way, it's good, as well as the fact that now 93% of the population is insured. That's the highest ever. And with a rising aging population, I see the sector as, also having some tailwinds there.
Yeah, and as we look at this and you talk about who's insured and a good portion being insured, you have an aging population. I think about healthcare stocks, insurance stocks. Ed Butowsky, you have certain names that jump out at you, right?
Yeah, there's a number of names, but right now we have kind of a shift in the market, and you're going away from cyclical. You're going away from defensive names to growth names, because we're going to start to see interest rates drop, and you're going to start to see interest rate sensitive stocks do very well. As you heard earlier, we have the Russell 2000 is starting to break out. So I would be looking at smaller biotech stocks on the healthcare side, as well as kind of having a barbell approach to having a United Healthcare as part of your healthcare allocation. But I'd also be looking in the biotech area.
Yeah, understood. Sandra, what else stands out to you about this group? I mean, it sounds like the group, people were saying 2024 would be a good year for this group. I mean, do you see the setup for it to continue that way?
Well, I mean, you look at 2023 and the sector itself did 2% versus the S&P 500 of 24%. And then year to date, you look at, hasn't been too bad. It's done quite well, although UNH obviously has lagged, cyber attack and whatnot. I like what Ed said, because it was interesting, how UNH in particular and the healthcare sector is it's growth, but it's also defensive. And I think that that doesn't hurt the sector, for this year, especially given what's going on. So I think there's a lot of potential there. I think that now we're seeing that sector rotation, and this healthcare industry and sector could be part of that.
Yeah, I also thought it was interesting when you said that the technology, what we're seeing, could actually help to lower costs as well. Great to see you both, Sandra Cho and Ed Butowsky. Thank you both very much.